The eyes of the public these days are turned to Davos, many bilateral meetings on the sidelines. Can we expect changes on the world political stage?
So, to start with the basics, Davos was founded to improve the lives of the people, of the civil society, of politics in general. And we should always consider that the leaders of today, they are being invited based on that agenda. So whenever Davos meets with Ray, it's for this, like to improve the quality of life. And regarding this meeting, they say that the agenda is focusing on what is happening in Middle East, of course, the crisis, the conflicts, but also environment and also AI, because they think that there is a huge gap of potential of what the countries could do. And there are lots of worries about the developing countries such as Asia, Africa, etc.
Today, Ursula von der Leyen had a speech, and also there was a meeting between Stoltenberg and Zelensky. Ukraine is asking for a decision from NATO for the country to move closer to alliance. Is there room for such a decision, bearing in mind the position of official Moscow? They had also a message yesterday.
Yes, so let's say Ukraine should be a little bit more content regarding the relationship with the alliance, because also the alliance, I believe NATO pushed a little bit the EU to update the status of Ukraine in the recent years. So, and also NATO starts to consider the issue as a European issue. An alliance, of course, Ukraine has been close to the allies of NATO all the time, but still, I believe that the status of Ukraine in NATO would not be upgraded in the near future. We cannot expect Ukraine, let's say, to become a full member of NATO any nearby soon, mostly because of Article 5 of NATO that clearly states that it's called casus federis. It's like going to war in the protection of the rights of our allies, of our other member states. So it commits that its member would consider an armed attack against another member or another state or another area if it's being threatened. So as the conflict is ongoing still, we cannot expect this to change anytime soon. Regard of funding, I believe that any obstacles that we have seen in the previous months will be stepped out, and I believe that both EU and the United States will further update their financial support to Kiev.
Mitsotakis is in the Swiss Alps also. What meetings will he have, and what will Greece lobby for in the next days?
So Greece has a huge diaspora. Like we always say that there are more Greeks abroad rather than living in the country. So I believe that the Greek lobby already focuses on financial issues and military procurement in terms of F-35 or fighter jets or an updated contract with the United States. But I believe that what Mitsotakis would focus and what she should focus is mostly on the financial dynamics that the country has already developed. Like Greece has positioned itself perfectly the past year through the economic growth, through the financial stability. They present another case, another Greek dream, I would say. So I believe that Mitsotakis would further want to build on that, like to take advantage of the situation, say that many things changed, many policies have been introduced in the country. So he will lobby for further bringing money, let's say direct or indirect investments in the country.
Does the Greek government have the ambition and capacity maybe to assert itself as the leader of the region?
I believe that currently Greece focuses mostly on projecting a country that is secure-wise stable, that is a country that comes out of a financial crisis of many years and does not have, I would say, the ambition of becoming a regional power such as Ankara or Tehran do in the region, but I believe that Greece wants to further place themselves as reliable partners in the Balkans, Southeast Europe, in the South Mediterranean, and also to build up alliances with other countries like North Macedonia, Bulgaria, Albania too. They want to resolve several issues with them, but also with Egypt, Libya, and Italy.
Mr. Kaskanis, everyone is declaratively in favor of the countries of Western Balkans being part of the European family, but everyone has a problem with their neighbors. Leaving aside the Skopje-Sofia situation, there was also a Greek veto for Albania. Mitsotakis and Rama are now in Davos. Is a solution possible? Can we expect for the veto to be turned aside on the next council in March?
So, first of all, regarding Western Balkans, I don't believe that the differences that they are structural, but they are not so serious to reverse the dynamics of the region. Apart from that, and focusing on the Greek-Albanian issue, the Belarus issue, I believe that the veto will not be lifted, despite the good relationships that I believe Rama and Mitsotakis have. They have a good understanding. They communicate a lot, and also the Greek ambassador visited Belarus several times in the jail. But I believe that it is crucial for the continuation, let's say, of the talks between Tirana and Brussels. Greece will not lift the veto, as I said, because of the media and also the experts' focus on the subject. Mitsotakis has communicated several times that this is an issue not of Greece and Albania per se, but it is a European issue. It is a social issue. It is a rule of law issue, and they will not step back on that.
According to the Prespa agreement, North Macedonia has a very short period of time to change personal documents. It's 12th of February. Citizens are exposed to sub-zero temperatures for hours for a new passport. Talks with Athens on extending the deadline have been announced from the Prime Minister. So will Greece have a positive response on this? Or maybe it will be another obstacle for a possible veto on the way of European Union?
First of all, I don't believe that anyone wants anyone to stay on sub-zero temperatures outside in the cold, and also to get the people suffer around because of the bureaucracy. In terms of from the Greek side, I believe that there will be an understanding, and also your president communicated the issue to our government. And in terms of extension, I believe it's possible, because we also Greeks, we receive extension on our fees that we have to pay, to the taxation that we have to pay for our cars and templates on the cars. So I believe that something similar will become for your side. I think that the Prespa agreement is well established. Of course, there are subjects that both sides would like to improve in terms of understanding, in terms of cultural heritage, in terms of financial, of investing, but the dynamics have changed. I mean, more and more people are coming south, and more Greek entrepreneurs are visiting the country. They want to invest. So I don't believe that a matter of templates would bring a veto, mostly because the two countries do not want to point to that way. It's bad PR, I would say. So bad PR, it's not good, not just for the Prespa agreement, but also between the two countries. I believe that this veto thing with your side, it was left in the 90s. And also in the 2000s, I believe that now we have a different understanding, and most of the Greeks are glad about.